Yo, Philly, it's fight week. Look at that. I got the ECW hat on, Philly style, old school, because that's where we're going to be this weekend. ECW Arena, now called the 2300 Arena, because you know what it is? I'm all geared up. Check it out. Ready, Brandon? Because this weekend and always, it's Philly versus everyone versus the world, baby! Look at that. BKFC Philly shirts. I love it, man. I love we're back in Philly. I can't wear my hat like this. I rarely do. Hold on. Let me turn it around so I look cool, or at least try to. It's just more comfortable that way.
Why don't you just take off the hat? Let's see that hair.
No, man. They got hat head today. Look at it. It's all crooked. There we go. All right, we're ready to rock. We're excited. We're here. Philly Fight Week. Look, Wells Fargo Center was absolutely amazing, and we have a lot more coming this week. These intense fans in a smaller arena, which is awesome because it's going to be jam-packed, sold out. They're going to be going nuts. I'm pumped for it. But here we go, man. The day after St. Patty's Day, that's why I'm all drunk and hungover as a leprechaun. As a matter of fact, Brandon, I got a question where Evan is today, because is he drunk and hungover? He hasn't made it in yet.
He must be.
Oh, turn your mic on. First mistake of the show.
The first one. It was supposed to be flawless, and
It's
here we
never
go.
flawless. That's what makes us beautiful.
No, I haven't heard nothing, so he must have went hard.
He must have.
He must have went pretty hard. He's got Irish in him. So.
Does he really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to try to maybe cold call him later if he's hungover. Find out where the hell he is, and maybe he'll come in. I don't know. If he doesn't come in, we'll call him. I do know that we have a lot of stuff, as always, for you today, live from Satellite 5. First things first, man. After St. Patty's Day, it's crazy. I'm bringing on an Italian. Yeah, Johnny Garb's going to be on. Johnny Cannoli Garb is going to be on. He made his debut for us in Philadelphia at Wells Fargo Center, Knuckle Mania. And, he's back for a co-main event at 2300 Arena. This guy's got a lot to uncover, Johnny Cannoli, as I like to call him, because, I mean, not being known, I think you'd agree with this, Brendan, not being known in BKFC right away, he came in. And from the first interview on the podcast, throughout the weigh-in show, throughout fight night, and even afterwards, the guy's always had something going on that we could cover. He's a real go-getter. He's very marketable, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do next. I mean, the guy's always into something, Brendan.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting married, he's getting engaged in the ring. I don't know if he sets all this stuff up. We're going to talk
in the ring, doing Chicky and Pete's meet and greets.
Did you see all the people there, dude?
Doing
nuts.
All kinds.
He was doing a cannoli tour.
He's very active.
Well, I wish you would have filmed it. That wasn't even for filming. He's just an Italian guy doing a cannoli tour because they like Johnny Cannoli so much. We'll talk to him in a little bit. Looking forward to that. Also, look at the Philly show a little bit. And I think we have a new signing to announce as well this week. A lot going on. Johnny should be calling in any minute. But before we get to him, I mean, I guess we should just start mailbag, right, till he calls in. You ready to do that? Let's do it.
It's time for mail call.
Oh, there it is. The Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. If you have something you want to send it in. We'll try to get it on. Get a lot of email. You can also send it to, by the way, the Instagram, the IG account. You can do that at The Bare Knuckle Show. Make sure you follow us and make sure you send in whatever you want to send in. Let's see the first one here. It says, this is the first time I ever sent something into one of these shows. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching. I don't even, did you sign Lisa? Well, you got a female last week, too. This was awesome. Oh, Lisa and Joe. So they must have watched together. Okay. Well, both of you. We got a female and a male. I'll take that. All right. So they say that graduation season right around the corner. I hear you Philly guys using this word a lot on the show. Soscia, did you ever embarrass yourself like this on the mic? Let's watch.
Jacqueline Jewett. Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kerpoff. Jacqueline Jewett.
Oh, again.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kerpoff.
Yeah, the audience laughed too.
Dude, that's the best thing ever. I'd want them to do that to me graduating, man. Did I ever? I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I'd own it. I'd just be like,
yeah.
I am a jerk off.
There's your meme. That's probably going to be frozen, me doing that, going skiing there. So listen, They asked me here, Brandon, did I ever embarrass myself? What's the matter?
Oh no, I thought you were about to pick on me or something.
No, I'm not. Why do you always assume that? I mean, you think I do it every show. So I didn't even shout at the people in the chat. My chat's not working. This is a crazy day today. I'm sorry. Maybe the chat was out drinking too much last night. Like Evan.
We never got that budget promise from last week. So.
Right, every week. So it says, Soscia, did you ever embarrass yourself on the mic like this before? I've embarrassed myself plenty of times. I do it weekly on the show. I can tell you one time in Mississippi, I was running through the ring and I tripped over a camera cable. There's footage of that somewhere. We'll have to find it. Another time, years ago, I was ring announcing at the Valley Forge Convention Center here, and I got thrown in to do the main event. I didn't know who was even the main event. It was like a local show. They weren't having me do the main event, so I learned as a young ring announcer that I should learn every match on the card because someone didn't want to announce the decision of the main event, so they called me out. They put something in my hand. I couldn't understand it. I went up there, and I'm in the middle of doing it, and I got nervous, and I couldn't read who won. So I decided in my dumb mind if I just went kind of like, here's your winner, I thought they would just start cheering, and I'd get lost in it. So I was like, here's your winner.
Wait.
I did that. The place went silent.
I don't know if I remember that one, but I do remember I showed it to you, and I was laughing. I was kind of making fun of you. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But oh man, what was it? You were doing a post-fight interview, and the way that you finish out, you're like, and here's your winner. Well, I don't know if it was that or if it was something else, but just the way that you said it, I was just like, what are you doing?
I didn't. Well, when I first came here, I literally had no direction. They just threw me on TV. And
I think we got Cannoli in the coming in.
All
We
right,
got Cannoli coming. Cannoli's coming.
Cannoli's on his way. I love to talk to him. Let me get my stuff.
All right,
ready.
hang on. Let me get
We'll
him,
interrupt the
let me get him
mailbag
in
for
here.
Johnny Cannoli. He deserves it. I mean, the guy's a big star. He's going to be a bigger star in BKFC.
We could probably even bring Johnny. We could maybe go over some mailbag stuff with him.
Yeah,
if we
let's
want.
talk to him
But
first, then we'll go back to
Let's
the
get
mailbag.
him in. Hang on. I'm going to take myself away. Goodbye, me.
Damn, bye. All right. So we have it. He's going to be a big star in BKFC. We're seeing him blossom. We're watching his career. He is, I should say, pretty big in boxing in Philadelphia area. People know the name Johnny Garb. They know the name Johnny Cannoli. And now worldwide, they're getting to know him more. And I'm proud to have him on the show today. Johnny, what are we calling you? Johnny Cannoli? Johnny Garb? Garb? What do I call you?
Johnny Cannoli.
I like it.
How you doing, Brian?
I like it. How are you, brother? Thanks for taking the time. I know you got a busy day going.
well.
And, Johnny, you're fighting Merk Jones coming up in the co-main event at the 2300 Arena. And before we get to that, because this amazes me, you're from here. And Wells Fargo Center, to fight there was probably awesome. We'll talk about that. But that's in your backyard, I was saying to you, right? You couldn't get any better. But now...
Literally.
Yeah, but now it's like your front yard. I mean, I feel like the arena is such a... It's going to be packed with South Philly people. It's going to be insane. It's going to be loud. I've been to fights there. I'm sure you have fought in fights or been there as well. If you've never seen this, it's going to come through on television. Wait till you see it. But you're there. Yeah. That's got to be. I mean, it's cool in a different way, right? Because now you're fighting in front of the biggest diehards that are coming. What, about 2,000 people, and they're going to be going crazy.
Yeah, everything's coming full circle right now because I just got to, ring in the debut for Bare Knuckle at the Wells Fargo. That's been a life goal of mine, really forever. And, since I started the sport. And over the 2300 Arena, that was where I had my first fight ever. So it's really come around full circle. It's almost like a homecoming for me, bringing it back to, where we started it all. And I'm really, really excited to welcome this guy to South Philly right there and throw him down, right there.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're all excited to watch it too. We know it's going to be great. I was saying before you came on that you're just such an interesting fighter because these people get to watch you that aren't from the Philly area and they can see your superstardom, kind of planting the seeds for it. And one of the things that did that, even me, I knew who you were, I knew your name, but when you walked up to the weigh-in show at Xfinity Live for Knucklemania, and you come out with a cannoli, my first thought was, I'm like, all right, this guy's coming out with a cannoli, typical Italian thing, kind of cool. I think that's what you're going for. He's going to offer a cannoli. Welcome to Philly. Give him a cheesesteak next. This is what I'm thinking in my head. And then you just went, boom, and we had the best video. You didn't mean to do it, but you kind of gave us a shit-eating grin right when you put it down, and you stood up, and you were like, whoop, and it just came unglued on stage. And I was like, I love this guy. He's amazing. I knew it right then. I had a piece of the cannoli. It was very good. Thank you for that. That went viral. Is that always a normal thing, in your boxing career? Do you typically do cool things like that, or is that just kind of you feel it, you do it when you feel it?
So I'll be honest. I'm typically a humble, very, very humble person, respectful. But I actually got caught up in the moment. I wanted to do something really cool. I wanted to come out and make the fans happy, make something like special. You know what I mean? Make it a memory. So I told my buddy. I said, "Yo, run the terminates before I get on stage here and grab a couple cannolis, so we can hand them out to the fans." And while I was in the process, I gave one to my opponent. And I second guessed myself after I did. I said, why the fuck am I being nice to this guy? I'm gonna fight him tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I looked at how he was holding it, and I looked at how he was looking at me. He was even confused because he wanted to hate me. And he was looking at me all fucked up. So I just smacked it out of his hand, and naturally, he, like anybody would, he charged me and tried to throw me off the stage. Yeah. And it was either like stand my grounds and fight him or get thrown off the stage. So I didn't want to get hurt. So I hit him with a left hook, and I wound up having another cannoli in the hand already. So it's just naturally happened. You know what I mean?
So they're showing
double
it.
Cannoli.
Yeah, right. The double cannoli. They're showing it
Double
now.
cannoli.
I don't know if you can see it. They're showing it now, and not only your opponent and you and Dave and everyone on stage. The reaction from Conor McGregor. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna eat cannolis." Then he's like, "Oh shit!" It couldn't have gone any
Conor's
better.
face was priceless too, and he asked me, and then he looked at Dave and asked him. He's like, "Yo, what is this? What is this?" I was like, "It's a fucking cannoli, guys." You know what I mean? I guess he never had one before, but
I don't know if he had one that night.
Gift him with a cannoli, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I'm up there off camera, like you got Dave Feldman's got cannoli over the side of his head. I'm wiping it. I'm like, "Come, get off camera, wipe it off."
Man.
All over. It was great. But another thing, I'm jumping around here. But after your fight, you were with Beck Rawlings. It was before the Eagles game, and I think we talked about this privately. I love that you were like teaching her how to say mozzarella, the proper way. And
mozzarella. yeah, it was great. It was great.
It was great.
It was even better because she had that like New Zealand Australian accent.
Yeah.
It was funny, man.
Treating her to
She's
South
good
Philly.
people too. She's fun. She was a sport,
Oh, she's wonderful, man. She's wonderful. Did she understand?
Badass too. Like she arguably had like maybe the best fight or the second best fight behind like that guy Bibu. Babu. Real tough fighter again, I'm talking like not just like skill wise or anything. I'm just like as a crazy entertaining show.
Yeah. I mean, it was that whole show was it was like a movie, the Philly show, Knuckle 85.
It was amazing. The whole thing was like the craziest production ever. You can't really ask for anything more than that. It was beautiful.
So Johnny
Did a
Garb,
great job hyping everything up too.
oh, I'm not going to talk over that, Johnny Garb. Thank you. So Johnny Cannoli comes in, and you're making friends with the fighters right away. You're making some enemies with the cannoli thing. Beck, obviously, you're endearing yourself to fans. They enjoy what you're doing. So a question we have here is, other than a cannoli, what is Johnny Cannoli's favorite Italian pastry if he has to have one when he can eat it?
Ooh, other than a cannoli, I got to go Sfogliatelle.
Ah, where's Brandon?
Sfogliatelle.
Brandon, I knew you were. I said to Brandon, didn't I say that before the show? Didn't I say that?
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah, he did. We pegged you as that kind of guy. We thought you were that. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
That is good
They
stuff.
call it an Italian Aragosta too, the lobster tail. It's a little bit different than a Sfogliatelle because one's made with like semolina, and they make like a beautiful paste in the middle of it. It's like a creamy paste. And it's a layered pastry, but then the other one's a layered pastry too. But they'll put like crema de limone, and it's like an Amalfi lobster tail. It's beautiful.
Do you
Crazy
make
lemon pastry?
But do you make these, or you just know everything about them? How do you know so much? You like to eat them, or do you make them?
I've made them. I'm not a crazy like pastry arts or anything, but I have done pastry arts. I went to school for baking and pastry, so I do know how to make them. But I love eating them.
You like eating them more than making them.
I've had them everywhere.
I'm the same way.
I've had them in Italy. I've had them all over New York. I've had them all over Philly. I mean, it's definitely my favorite pastry by far.
Where's the best? Philly, Italy, New York? Where's the best one you had?
Cuore di Sfogliatella in Napoli. Okay. It's in it's called the Galleria, and it's probably the best in Naples.
I love it.
The best here is in probably Isgro's or Termini's.
There you go.
I'd say even like I'm going with a Termini's cannoli every single time, but I think Isgro's might have the best.
They're all so good, man. I could eat them all day.
I really do.
So what's you talked earlier about Knuckle 85 feeling like a movie, right? And a big part of that movie was your fight. It was the reaction you got. It was you walking. It was awesome. Your walkout was great.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that we didn't talk about a ton is you're an engaged man now. We talked about it a little bit, but you did it in the center of the squared circle, Wells Fargo Center, in front of almost 18,000 people, record-breaking crowd. Now, first question, I know you love your girl. I've heard you talk about her before, fiance now, and the way you talk about her is beautiful, but what happens if she would have said no? Were you that sure? Like, that would have sucked?
No, I was positive before she would have said yes. We were talking about getting married many times, but you know, I mean, it was definitely. It was. It mattered if I won. You know what I mean? You can't propose if you lose. You're getting knocked out. You can't do that.
Yeah, it won't work.
So it was contingent on the win, and obviously I was making sure I got it done that night, and that's all she wrote. You know.
Yeah, for my wife, when we got engaged, I think that she wouldn't say no. She knew because I think it'd been way too long. I waited. So she was like, okay, let's go.
How long were you with her before you did it?
We met in college, dude. We didn't get married. We've been married for 10 years. I probably got married when I was like 32, but she had 2 years in the Peace Corps. She went away for 2. It was a big, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
We'll eat some cannolis and have dinner over dessert. I'll tell you. So she had no clue about the engagement. She says yes. What was that, dude? Look, I always say that no one knows what it's like to walk to the Wells Fargo Center, down to the ring, to fight, to have a great fight, to have that crowd going nuts for you. No one, unless you do it's ever going to feel that, right? So I always ask fighters to say, what does that feel like? But now you're in your hometown. You're achieving a dream. Yeah. You got your girl behind you. What did that moment feel like? Probably one of the best in your life, I would guess. All of it combined.
Yeah, everything's special, man. I mean, I came on my roof just to show you this. But let me turn this camera around.
What you got?
This is where I'm at. Do you see the whole skyline?
Yeah, beautiful.
I fought here plenty of times. There's live casino right behind that tree line. Philly Stadium. I can literally watch the game from here.
My God, you are a backyard. I was just saying that figure of speech. Holy crap.
Yeah, and then right over here is like my little recovery area. Got my ice plunge, and then there's the Wells Fargo.
Wow,
you can't get any closer than to being like where I'm at. You know what I mean?
That's Wells Fargo.
Literally my backyard. For me to fight over there, I mean, I've been going to even like the Wachovia Spectrum back in the day.
The Wacko Center, I used to call it.
Yeah. It was. I mean, growing up there, Wachovia Spectrum, that was like the best,
dude. Yeah.
That, and just very, very historical places to want to be a part of. And now I'm permanently solidified and cemented into the grain, into Philadelphia sports history.
Yeah, how cool is
combat
that?
Sports history, you know what I mean?
Wow. So, I mean, look,
really cool.
You were doing this for a while, not bare knuckle, but boxing. And now the difference is, and with all due respect, your career is growing, but you've leveled up in my estimation. BKFC is a big name. More people are getting to see you. Have you felt that difference as far as becoming more of on your way to being a superstar?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I'm always the same guy. Always remember where I came from and stuff like that. But I'm definitely noticing a difference. It feels a lot different, but I treat it as another day in the office whenever I go to train or whenever I have another fight. But it's cool, like going out the front door. Mm-hmm. Your neighbors look at you the same, but a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we knew each other forever. We grew up around each other. They know my father. They know my cousins. Everybody's like real connected here. So that it's kind of the same, but like, you get like random people now just pulling over the side of the road, and they're, if not from the area, maybe a different part of the city, I don't know, or on the highway in Jersey or something, or in Delaware, and they're like, yo, it's Johnny Cannoli. I was telling a story. I was literally doing a podcast earlier.
Yeah.
And they were asking me like the same similar question. I said, listen, I'm used to when guys are beeping at you or like driving aggressive, that I'm ready to get out of the car, or almost like, I'm like grabbing my piece on my, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mentality. Now I'm getting like aggressive people, like they're like this driving up, they're beeping their horn. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy looking at? Thinking he's got a problem. And then they pull up and I'm like real concerned. And then they're looking at me, they're like, oh, great fight the other day, man. We were there. God bless you. God bless you. I'm rooting for you. South Philly Italians, or whatever they say. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then Cannoli sits there all confused. Like, I thought they were going to attack me. What's going on? My life is changing. This is crazy.
I know.
It's so awesome.
I mean, all that being said, I feel like there's a big opportunity here for me, especially fighting in South Philadelphia. Like the fan base is very loyal, and they're crazy. Let's be honest. everybody that's born in Philadelphia or in the Philadelphia area, comparatively to any other part of the world, I'll go as far as saying, I think we're like shot out of a cannon. You know?
That's what to say.
There's something mentally like just different about us. We're fucking nuts. You know, like we won the Super Bowl and people aren't just marching down and lighting fireworks or like throwing the snappers. You have to just take a street pole down and carry it with 100 people. You have to get up there and jump off and do something crazy. You got to light a fire. They're just, I don't know.
Dudes are shooting
crazy.
guns in the air. They're throwing fireworks in the crowd. Yeah. Well, I mean, here's my question. I always think this. If there's not blanks in that gun, you're shooting a gun in the air. Where's that bullet going to land, bro? What are you thinking?
Well, it has to land somewhere.
That's what I'm saying, man. I always think that. Philly
just
people
as
are
much
nuts.
force as it has going up, it's probably
coming down harder, right? You're just walking, taking a walk, and
dropping a penny off
the Empire State Building. Oh, there you go. That was weird. All right. But yeah, they're nuts.
But
they're
listen,
nuts.
the opportunities are great. I just did an interview with Sports Illustrated the other day. I would have never thought in a million years that I would be, held on these platforms and at such high regard or in such high regard. I'm just grateful. I'm riding the wave, and hopefully I bring in a lot more good memories for all the fans, and just put these guys away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Again, you got Merck Jones co-main event coming up this weekend, Philadelphia 2300 Arena. Now, again, fighting at home in Philly here for you, and we talked about your engagement. We talked about how everything went well for you at the last fight. The thing we haven't talked about yet is, and we talked about this, we cold called you briefly a couple weeks ago. Any news? Brandon and I must know. We need to know. When does the South Philly Serenade happen? We want to be there. We want to get drunk with you and watch you sing. I guess after your fight at some point.
So I think for the Serenade, I'm trying to get around the singing part. I don't
No, you got to do it.
I'll probably wind up doing it.
What song? Think about it.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
What should he sing? Let us know in the chat or email us. What song should he sing, Brandon? What do you think?
Like, we always got some good songs. I like country songs. I like Luck Be a Lady.
Country songs are good.
No, they're good. He's a big country fan.
Songs.
The country songs are good, but I feel like
Luke Combs has amazing songs.
Oh yeah.
But,
come on.
I'll let you two have a bromance. Let me sit back.
Really going. I don't know. I'm gonna block this whole neighborhood.
It's gonna be
off,
awesome,
right? We're gonna do a big block party,
bro.
Right?
I know.
And then we're gonna have I was a chef, obviously, right? So. Yeah. I know a lot of good friends of mine. They'll come. They'll bring their food trucks. Like, I got a pizza guy. They'll come. I got an ice cream guy. It's an affogato guy with espresso. Like, cool shit. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Make it like fun. And then I'm gonna have an awesome DJ here.
Yeah.
We're have a good time, man.
That's gonna be awesome.
Johnny Luch will have.
Dude, here's the thing. I know what it is. I explained to these guys what it is, but anybody watching not from this area or South Philly probably doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. South Philly Serenade, it's a tradition. When you get married in South Philly, they have a block. It's a big party, block party. Yeah. And I went to my buddy's South Philly Serenade.
A little embarrassing.
Nah, it's awesome for it's awesome for the people that watch. But everyone does it, right? So I went to my buddy's South Philly Serenade, and I'd never heard of it to that point. It is a party. And look, I love my friend. He's the man, and his wife's absolutely beautiful and wonderful. But I can't imagine what a Johnny Cannoli South Philly Serenade is going to look like. Brandon, are you going to come to this when we go? Are we going to go?
Yeah, I've been the one pushing. I was like, we have to get out there. We got to do a bare knuckle show field trip.
Maybe we could do a bare knuckle show up in the South Philly Serenade. That'd be fun. We'll have to film you. That'll be cool. Get you singing, dude. Some Sinatra would be in order. Some Sinatra. Come on.
I've been picking dates or looking over dates. We've been looking at 2026.
Okay.
I think like June.
All right.
Something like that.
Just make sure it's not a fight week.
That's what I like for the actual wedding. But
the wedding schmedding. Yeah. I'm excited for you, but I want the party, the South Philly Serenade, the first party, and then the bachelor party.
50 people at this wedding too.
It's going to be insane. The bachelor party, Brandon. Right? We're very excited for that too. I'm sure we'll be invited to the bachelor party. God knows it could happen there. He's laughing. He's here. So also, I mean, I think that let's kind of dial this back for a minute to fighting. I'm going all over the board here because you're entertaining to me. But fighting-wise, Merck Jones, co-main event, 2300 Arena this weekend. What do you know about him? What do you see out of this fight? What do you think's going to happen? I know what you think's going to happen, but tell us, just kind of analyze it a little bit.
I mean, I know enough about him. I've seen a couple of his fights. I've seen the one bare knuckle fight. He came out like a wild man. Yeah. I'm expecting the same, but you always expect different. You expect the best out of people. Maybe he went back to his drawing board and brushed up and got a little bit more poised and focused, or maybe he's the same wildcat that's going to throw haymakers and bombs and come at a high pace and charge me like a bull. I plan to be like a matador with this guy, control him every step of the way, you know what I mean, and lead him right into a trap and finish him. You know what I mean? I'm not in this, you know, to get hurt. I'm not in this to, I mean, I'm in it to, you know, entertain, but I'm not trying to put a show on. I'm not getting paid for overtime.
Yep.
You know, I want to get this guy out of there. I want to go home to my family. That's it. It's a fight.
That's the way to do it.
You know, so, you know, when it comes to this, I get real serious, real focused, and I'm not going to let this guy have his way with me. That's it. You know?
Yeah, there's no way, especially, I mean, the excitement, I guess I should say, or the what's the word I'm looking for? The intensity going into this, a good kind of intensity, is probably even different. Your hometown, about 2,000 screaming fans. Yeah. It's got to be it's going to be different than Wells Fargo Center. I feel like the feeling of you walking out there. I actually think it's going to be more. I feel like it's going to be more intense.
It might actually be louder in a weird way because there's less people, but it's a smaller arena.
Yep.
I think it holds like 2,600 or something.
Yeah,
it's called the 2,300 arena, but
it's actually called the ECW arena. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
People get mad. That's who made it famous, bro. ECW wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, it was always known as that.
That's South Philly guy saying that.
Foreman Mills, like up the street when I was a kid. It's not even there anymore.
Foreman Mills.
Yeah, remember that? I don't even know if they're around anymore.
I don't think they are either, man. I don't think they are either.
It was right up the street.
Is Foreman Mills a local thing? Is that all over the country? I don't even know. Foreman Mills, is that just Philly? Do you know?
I don't know. It might be a Northeast thing.
Who knows?
You know? But definitely in this area.
Look, South Philly's going to eat you up, man. That you've been marketing yourself. You're a Chicken Pete's. We showed that. You're doing meet and greets. Before we let you out of here, I got two more things.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great time.
Two more things for you. One, you have told me this from the moment I met you. You have never in your boxing career or bare knuckle career to this point, I say this to you every time I talk to you, you haven't received a cut yet. I mean, I know the idea is not to get cuts, but when you get that cut and that blood starts trickling down, I mean, is that going to be a little bit of a game changer? You're not used to it? A little blood in your eyes, not used to getting your eyes kind of thing?
I mean, listen, I've been hit. I've been in street fights. I've been dropped. I've been hurt. I got my arm broke. I got my ankle broke. My hand broke. You know, I broke knuckles. I broke my thumb. My thumb's fucked up forever. I broke my shoulder. You know, I've had injuries. I'm not afraid of that. Yeah. When I separated my shoulder and I tore my shoulder out when I was playing hockey, my dad was my coach. With the shoulder pads and everything, he said, son, you're finishing the fucking game. I played 2.5 more periods until we got it done, and we won. Awesome. You know, it's all heart for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. If, you know, if you get hit, my mentality is if it doesn't drop me, it doesn't stop me. So, you know, I'm going to keep answering back. I'm going to fight until the end. It is what it is. I expect to go into deep water. That's why I go to train. This isn't easy. I make it look easy when I go in there. You know, I've been blessed to have maybe the right opponents. Styles make fights, right? So maybe I take advantage of the fact of, you know, I see a couple openings or a wild guy or a lazy jab or whatever it is, you know. Yeah. But, you know, because I'm very, very attentive with that. I'm real specific, like what I'm looking for. But I also don't think it's luck either. For me to have, I think, 18 or 19 fights now and not get cut. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, it's not by chance. Even if the guy were to be terrible, right? Even if the opponent sucked, for you to not get hit in almost 20 fights, it says something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I loved it. Wells Fargo when you didn't get hit and you kind of moved out of the way and you blessed yourself real quick. You talk about putting on a little bit of a show, and that's great.
When you put your faith in God, when you put your faith in the Lord, a lot of great things happen. You know what I mean? I feel like I am protected in a lot of ways. I always wear this on my neck.
I know.
It means everything to me, you know? And like I said, it's not luck. It's all for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. And, you know, first I'm gonna smack this guy on the canvas.
Yep.
And move forward. That's all I plan on doing. It's him or me.
Yeah, it's him or you, and we're looking forward to the fight. And, you know, you did mention to kind of, before we let you out, to rewind this a little bit, you mentioned about the heart you have and the things that happened to you. And when you were saying it, you mentioned, like, you broke your thumb. But you're a South Philly guy, and you're saying shit like, I got my arm broken. I got my leg broken. You didn't get them broken, right? No one broke them for not paying a debt or something.
No, but it happened. I mean,
I know. I'm messing with you.
I got my thumb broke. That sucked. This happened to me, you know, when I tore my left shoulder in an arm bar. I hyperextended my elbow. This got popped out when I was playing a game. I got hit. I mean, shit happens. I know guys that were shot, stabbed, and, you know, my uncle, for instance, he got shot in his stomach, took his thumb in his stomach, and continued to fight, and then had a shootout. Shit happens, dude. You got to keep fighting. There's guys that are born, there's babies that are born in with a fucking disease that they can't control. They're fighting hard. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
There's guys that are overseas right now fighting in wars. For me to get in this ring, it's definitely a hard thing, but it's nothing comparatively to that. No. I'm not afraid of it. It is what I welcome the chaos. I want to control this man. I'm not worried about it.
All right.
It is. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I'm not going to let this guy come in here. I don't care where he's from, who he is, what he's about. I'm sure he's a tough guy. It is what it is.
All right.
I know what I'm getting myself into. I signed up for it.
Yeah, and we signed up to watch. We can't wait to see you fight again. We'll leave on this one.
Yeah.
This is a question that got debated here in the studio earlier, and I'm curious what you're going to say. You look at some of the greatest mafia movies out there, and who's in them? Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, right? So Al
Pacino.
Yeah, him too. But this is just between, because that would make it even harder. But De Niro versus Pesci in real life, who's the harder? Who's the tougher? Who's the more real of these mob guys? Do you think? I know what I think.
Who do you think, Pesci?
Yeah, because De Niro, you seen him. De Niro's like an old man now. He comes out and he bitches and moans about things.
They're both old.
Pesci's still young to me.
It's sad. Listen, it's sad to say. I grew up. I love De Niro. I mean, I did too. It's so. I can, people that know me, they know I'm a big Trump guy. I'm not trying to make it about politics, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. And whoever you vote for, I'm not going to sit here and say, you know what, don't vote for him. You're a piece of shit.
Yep.
Don't come to my fights. I'm not a baby like that.
Nope.
God bless you, your decision. We suffered enough of Biden. We got Trump back, thank God. That's how the world works. Robert De Niro came to Philly before the Eagles.
Oh, I saw that. Oh.
And when he was here, he went to the lot over there with the tailgate, and he was mouthing off to everybody, and he was basically saying, specifically coming out of nowhere, I don't even know why you would say this to people, but he was saying, hey, listen, I'll take a picture with you as long as you didn't vote for Trump.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm dead serious. Like, I got testimonies by a lot of people that seen him there. Yeah. And then one of my dad's friends, his wife works at Oregon Diner. So
I love Oregon Diner.
The rumor was, I was not there. I didn't put my hands on anybody, whatever. The rumor was he went to Oregon Diner and they did the same thing, and they threw him out by his neck because he had the wrong crowd in there that night.
They don't report
supposedly.
That.
I don't know if there's any truth to it. I'm pretty positive it's true. I know people make shit up, but
it's a good story. Made up.
I mean, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And Philadelphia might be a real liberal town as a whole right now because it's sanctuary city, it's Democrat ran, but South Philly is a different breed.
World.
We are totally different here. We're Roman Catholic. We have values. We have old school ways. It's all about respect and family and God first. And, so we love Trump, If you looked at every single person on here, they either have a Trump sign out front of their house, an Italian flag, or an American flag.
You're right. You go through South Philly, you see that.
You have one, it'll still say fucking Bernie Sanders or Harris. some weird shit, or have a LGBTQ flag or whatever it is. Like maybe one out of 500 homes over here. You know what I mean?
It's a beautiful world we live in, America. Freedom of speech. You can talk about whatever you want, whether you like it or not. You can fly your flag, whatever you want, whether you like it. But that's what we, a lot of people voted for. Was that?
That's what I love, though. It's fine. I got plenty of friends that are fucking liberals. You know what I'm saying? But I break their balls and they break mine. But it is what it is.
It's a way to do it. But the point is, I think Pesci's. If I had to pick, Pesci seems
Pesci's
more real to me.
New Jersey. He had. I know he's a short guy, small guy, but if it came down to it, I'm sure he's a street guy.
Yeah, Pesci.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you who else. Pesci was a guy who I thought. I'll tell you who else was a badass. And then we keep going here, but Paulie from Rocky. This guy. Yeah. So when he was in town filming Rocky, I was there for some of it, and I talked to him. We had dinner, and he was there with a Teamster. I can't remember the guy's name. Was taking him around, but this guy, the Teamster, was telling us that he'd pick Paulie up. And this guy would have cinder blocks in the morning. And he's like, what's he, 70 at this point? And he's doing steps up and down with cinder. And he made me in where were we? Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. By Bonnie's Bar. What was it called? Adrian's. What's it called? Victory Cafe?
Yeah, Victor Cafe.
I went there.
It's awesome to do opera there.
It's crazy. I didn't know. They just started screaming opera. I almost lost my mind.
So cool.
But I ate dinner with him there. And he's got me standing up feeling his forearms. This guy's got forearms bigger than my head. That's another badass.
That's
And then I
awesome.
saw him at an autograph signing. He definitely had some dude, some old Italian guy with him collecting the money in like a shoebox, old school style, at like a convention, Paulie. So God bless him too. I just want to shout him out. Anyway,
That's awesome, man.
we're shouting out Johnny Cannoli. He's getting bigger and bigger here within the organization.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to see
I
what.
don't want to blind you guys with the sun.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. You look great.
Spotlight on me.
We're excited to see you at 2300 Arena, and thank you for taking the time to come on with us today, Cannoli. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you always, buddy. I really do.
All right, I appreciate you too. We'll
Looking
talk.
forward to the future, bro.
It's only going to be bright, so bright we got to wear shades as the sun is showing us that.
That's
All
right, brother.
You're the man. We'll talk soon, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend in your co-main event, man. It's going to be loud and
All right,
crazy.
brother.
Let's go.
God bless you, man. God bless you. I'll see you.
God bless you too, bro.
Yeah.
Johnny Cannoli, man. There he goes. Wow, that went way longer than I thought it would, Brandon. I just started chopping it up with him. I like that guy. You like that guy?
I like that guy.
You like that guy. I knew he'd pick Pepsi.
You're in Italian heaven there, talking about all these things that you guys do, you Italians.
Forget about it. So
Yeah.
I think that the reason I want to take a lot of time with him, though, is because I really think he's a budding star here in BKFC. You know, and anytime we can get him on, he's always got a good personality, great attitude, and we can't wait to see him fight more. We did jump off of the mailbag while we were talking to Johnny, so let's jump back
where
into
were
that.
we?
We were doing the jerk-off one.
Oh, yeah.
So the next one down is a guy, another guy that really entertains me. You've seen us cover him from time to time. I'm excited. He's back at BKFC 70. He's fighting Justin Street in Hollywood. BKFC.com. Yeah, you got it. BKFC.com. A couple more tickets remaining. Make sure you grab them. But this will be in Hollywood, Florida on a Thursday night. And he's fighting again Justin Street. But this is Rambo Russo. This guy's always putting out great stuff on social media. He just entertains me. Let's watch what he had to say.
Yes, sir, baby. Y'all know what time it is, man. We on the revenge tour, baby. Yes, sir. And we selling lashes. Meet. Come get y'all pair, man. Y'all see this, man? This ain't no motherfucking. This sweat. Sweat, baby. This how we grind, bro. We ain't jumping in pools. We make the pool, baby. Look at this shit. Come on, man. Stop playing. If you playing, you laying. And I'm telling y'all, man, bro, y'all come watch me at the Hard Rock because I'm finna knock some shit out first round. Stop playing with it, baby. Stop playing with it, man. I'm on my revenge tour. Y'all better pick a seat because we finna go on a ride and it's gonna be a long ride. Okay, then.
Yeah, what the reason I like him so much, he just appears like he's having so much fun, and I do like the meet, whatever he's doing. What do you say? We're giving out lashes or something. He's just going off. You don't play, you're gonna lay. This dude could be a pro wrestler. I mean, he just cuts these promos, and sometimes I don't know what he's saying. I just enjoy watching him. He's funny. He's a great fighter. Glad to have Rambo Russo back. Can't wait to see what he's going to do against Justin Nightmare Street, a tough competitor, if I can speak. Thank you for sending that in to show us what Russo's up to. Let's see what else we have here in the mailbag. Here's one. I talked about this with Garb. This is great. With Cannoli, we were talking about this. ECW Arena, not 2300 Arena. This comes from James, and he says, thank you for always calling it the correct thing, Soscia. Yes, that is the correct thing. And if you were there and you're watching, you'll notice that my name is signed the best place in the shitter. It's in the bathroom. They have an ECW like pay tribute thing, and I signed it. They asked me to sign it. So that's up there. If you're there, you can check it out. I will always call it the ECW Arena. That's the wrestling nerd in me. Speaking of the other piece of mail we got, Soscia, I know that you like your wrestling. Did you ever see something like this happen before? Let's watch. Packed arena, I can tell you that. Look, that's Lucha Libre. It's probably in Mexico, I would guess. What's he setting up for here? Spanish Fly, possibly? Backflip Spanish Fly? Oh, my God. Wow. Yeah, that was rough. I don't even know who that is, the wrestler. He landed right on his head. I actually, sadly, I have seen stuff like this happen before when I was involved in wrestling. I was on a show, and it was a very small indie show. Oof.
Oh, my
where I was
God.
first starting. The guy,
right.
they thought you don't watch it again.
I'm getting off
They
of
thought
that.
he broke his neck, and they didn't have a stretcher. It was such a small show. They took him out on a table, like no joke. It was insane. He couldn't. I think he got a stinger. I think he was okay. But I've seen that. I mean, look, you can be as controlled as you want when it comes down to it. Injuries can and do happen. So that's one. I'm not sure who that was. We'll have to look at it after the show, but I wish him well. But I have seen stuff like that, and I appreciate you sending that in. I don't know why, but I appreciate it. Maybe because it was wrestling. I don't know. All right. The other thing is we're still looking for a name for Taylor as she heads to Philly this week to do some more corresponding for us. Correspondence, I guess, to be our whoa man on the street. Because when you see her, you go, whoa man on the street. Some more Taylor segment names. You guys have been sending these in like wildfire. John Lang says Taylor's tip top interviews. We should do like a wah when they're not good. I don't know about that one. Thank you though, John.
What the fuck?
There you go. Get Rambo Russo. Alondra. We have a lot of females writing. This is great. Look how excited I get, like they're paying attention to us. It's like high school again for me. Alondra, if you call it anything but the Queen's Hive, I have to question your existence. I don't know. I get where you're going, but I don't know if I like the Queen's Hive. You like that?
No, the Queen's Hive.
Hive, like she's the queen of the hive, the killer
like
bee.
it.
It's kind of reaching too much. Keep them coming. We'll keep letting you know again as these segments continue. We're going to figure out a cool name for them. The other thing I wanted to talk about was BKFC.com. Now, we talk about this from time to time, and this wasn't something that was sent in the mailbag. It was actually asking about something on the website, and it reminded me about this. It was asking about how often we update things and articles, and they love it. They were saying all this nice stuff, but the cool thing is that BKFC.com, we never talk about this. If you can't go to an event, maybe it's not in your town, we haven't come there yet, but you want to watch, you can go to BKFC.com. There's a bars page. It's really cool. It shows you around the United States which bars are showing us. It's still growing. You can submit to become an official BKFC bar. And the other thing is there's places you can train. I don't know if they've put them in yet, but BKFC.com, just click the bars tab. It gives you all those kinds of options of where you could watch them. Have a couple suds and, watch some BKFC action. I was actually thinking about this as far as drunks. I mean, the page is cool. You like your drink, right, Brandon? Sometimes you're not an alcoholic, but you like to have a couple drinks, right?
Full-blown alcoholic, actually.
You weren't before you started working here. That's the problem. So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about celebrities that are like famous drunks. And I came up with a couple. And I don't know if you, the first one that came to my mind was the dude from The Simpsons, Barney. He was like, there are dogs like this. He's a drunk. That came to my mind. Then I started thinking ECW Arena, we're going to be there. There's a guy, the Sandman. He used to smoke a cigarette in the way of the ring, and he would drink beer. Stephen King was another one. I always heard that he's a big drunk. He's a writer. He might be. I know that Andre the Giant, the wrestler, was an insane drunk. He would drink like gallons of booze each night, and he wouldn't even feel it. There's some of the ones I could come up with. As I'm saying these names, drop yours in the chat. Who are the famous drunks other than Brandon? Brandon, do you have any you can think of off the top of your head? Just famous drunks. Who's a big drinker or rumored to be? This is how my mind works. I was curious. I was thinking of bars.
Bert Kreischer, the comedian.
Yeah, I thought that was an act, but I feel like that guy, he's awesome. But
I feel like a lot of people like around him in a circle say like, oh yeah, Bert's never going to quit drinking.
So he made it part of his act.
I think he kind of owns it. He owns the fact that he's fucked up all the time.
So he could make that part of his act, so then it could enable him to do more. Brilliant as an addict. And let's see what else. Yeah, I've heard of him too. The golfer. I can see his face.
John Daly.
Oh, that guy. He'll own it. Yeah, I'm drunk.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And what was the other one? We were talking about one of these earlier. It was the Johnny Depp movie. Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah. Well, he was everything.
He was everything.
He wasn't just a drunk. He was.
He upped it next level.
He was.
He was taking
all types of stuff.
Yeah, he would take all kinds of crazy stuff. Yep. Hunter S. Thompson. There you go. Some famous drunks. Drop them in the chat. For some reason, I can't see the damn chat now, but I like reading it when I go home. So maybe when I go home, I can see who the drunks were. Interesting to me. Let's see. Oh, BKFC.com. I went off ADD here. The revamp. Have you heard about this? Do you know we're doing this?
Yeah.
Someone's tired.
I've heard.
You're yawning in there.
It's fight week, man.
I know you're exhausted. You've been working so hard with it.
Busy.
So if you think about it, we haven't had like a refresh on the website for a while. And I heard them talking about it on a meeting. I don't know if I'm just supposed to talk about this right now, but BKFC.com, keep your eyes on there. We're going to have like a refresh of the site. You're going to put some more stuff on it. We'll be talking about it more and more as it comes about. But it's something that's being worked on behind the scenes now, a refresh of BKFC.com. So just keep checking that, not only for the news and everything like that. We'll have a whole bunch up there for you. The next thing I want to get to, let's see. Oh, the KO of the week. It's back again. So fans have been sending these in. So let's see what the first KO of the week is, according to you. Oh, it's the ref. Dude, he hit the ref. You know what? I didn't see the clip. Brandon, but I was wondering why they wrote in this, Andy Glenn, watch out. I think because Andy, was it last show? They like had to like stop a fighter, give a little whoop whoop. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they said that. I don't know, but Andy Glenn, watch out. There you go. That's an interesting KO of the week. Knocking out the old.
I mean, that almost happened too.
That happened with Keith Richardson blouse fight. Yeah.
Who's the ref? I forget.
I can see his face too. I can't remember. I remember he had a guy. No, stop! They're all trying to get his attention.
That was probably one of the fucking craziest things ever.
Keith loves talking about that now.
I mean, like, how
fun.
can you not? I mean, like, it happened, and it is what it is.
It's great. That's one of my favorite moments in BKFC's history. I feel like it was awesome.
It went viral, not for any like the good reasons that Keith wanted, but it went viral.
Oh, that was great. All right, well, that was a great KO of the week. Nice call back to Andy Glenn here, and I guess Albuquerque. I kind of remember that. There's so much going on with these fights. You don't always see everything. My KO of the week. I just grabbed this. I picked it. I saw it. It made me go, okay, this is interesting. Let's watch my KO. It's more fun. The best part is his friends are roasting him before he even starts. Listen. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Don't you feel dumb? Boom. Did you ever? I've done that when I was younger. I've run and fallen on those things on the bowling alleys because they're slick. Are you a bowler? Do you bowl? You drink, so you might like to bowl. It's two can go hand in hand, right? Do you bowl? I never asked that about you.
Go fuck yourself.
I love the guys that go, I'm going to go to bowling. I got friends. I'm going to bowling league.
I haven't been bowling in years.
So you don't go to bowl? You're not one of the pin pals or something, so you can go get drunk?
I guess I should probably go with my kids. I should probably take them. I don't think they've been bowling yet.
Bumper bowling. I took my kids there one time. It was fun.
But, yeah, I mean, I can't remember the last time I went, man.
That's good.
It's been years.
Because that would be worse for you. I'm telling you, these guys go out like they're going to bowl, and it's just go get drunk. That's their way to feel better. Some of them take it seriously, though.
I've never done that. I've never done drunk bowling.
I have. Oh, it's fun.
Probably because the last time I went bowling, I wasn't old enough to drink. It's probably been that long. So
I was bowling when I was a kid and tried chewing tobacco for the first time. It was terrible. And then it's because we were away from our parents and somebody brought it. I thought it was gum. I ate it like this. It was terrible.
Yeah, I did that football practice or on the way back from a football game on the bus, and one of the other players was like, "Try some chaw," and I was like,
"Try some chaw."
I didn't know what to do. I thought you put it under your tongue for some reason, so I put it under my tongue, and I'm like, yeah. So
no, that was bowling for me, and I'm trying to think. They used to have these big like chalices you would get like Long Island iced teas back in the day, and you could go get drunk for cheap. And then I knew guys in wrestling. It was actually, I tell you, I think he talked about in his book. I think it was Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, and someone else. I think it was when they were in Mexico. What are they called? I don't even know. The things you take to make you go to sleep. Halcyon? I forget what they're called. Halcyon, I think they're called.
What?
It's called Halcyon, the stuff you did, like a muscle relaxer. Maybe I don't know. I don't do these things, but
muscle relaxer.
Maybe it was a sleep pill. They would take these pills that
melatonin.
No, it was something that's stronger than that. But they would take these pills. This is like in the 90s in Mexico, and then they would decide after they take the pills, they would time themselves. There's a bowling place right where they were staying, so they would take them, and then they'd go try to go bowling before the pills kicked in, and they would like fall down and fall through chairs. It's in Jericho's book. They'd be all whacked out, and they'd try to bowl all whacked out. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying I remember Halcyon, I think they're called. I could be wrong.
That sounds...
I look it up. I don't know. Halcyon? I'm jumping off. This is ADD Central.
Familiar. Halcyon. I feel like... I don't really know drugs like that.
I don't either.
Halcyon.
You just know your booze.
Oh, here it is. Halcyon drug.
Yeah, they called it... I think it's Halcyon. I don't know. They bowled on it.
Triazolam?
I don't know.
This? Is it this?
Yeah, that might be it. It's like some kind of drug that makes you fall asleep or something, am I right?
Yeah, you fall asleep.
So these guys would take a handful
and stay asleep.
They'd take a handful and they'd go try to bowl, and they'd be like falling through chairs and stuff. Things we do when we're on the road. Not we, but them. Let's see where else we're at here. So we got that. What else do we have to get to in the mailbag? I'm losing my stuff here. We're all over the board. I think that was it from the mailbag. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry about that. All right, so... Other than that, we have to get to a couple other things. You know what, Evan? Do you want to find out where Evan is real quick? I'm going to try. Should we try to call him? Do we have time? I don't even know.
Yeah, you want to connect to the board?
Yeah, let me see if that never works, but let's see if we can. We should have done this before. Well, we didn't know we were going to do this before the show. So, Evan, we don't know where he is. We hope he's okay. We're joking around. I got 7% battery in my phone. I better hurry up. Let's see. I have to connect to Bluetooth, and we're going to try to find out where he is. I hope he's okay, because usually you hear from him if he's not coming in. Oh, damn it. Did you even heard from him today at all? Not a text, nothing?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try.
I just show up here and I just do my thing.
Let me know if it connects. I'm trying to connect right now.
I'm waiting for it. I'm looking at some other stuff I need to. put together.
And then we'll call him, and it'll probably die while I'm talking to him. It's not connecting. Are you doing something wrong? It never connects anymore.
I think you just don't know how to work your phone.
Bro, I'm on Roadcast Pro right now. Cannot connect. I guess we'll just do it through the...
All right. Give me your phone.
Dude, I got 7% battery. Here, look, it's all here. You can see it all. Come get it.
Here,
I can't get up.
I'll try it.
Try to connect.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Fuck,
We'll do it live.
We'll do it fucking live. So we're going to try to find... I get no battery. The phone's going to die. Can you do it on your phone? Yeah, do it on your phone. That'd be great. So as he's doing this, we're trying to find out where Evan is. We haven't heard from him. And I want to give you some history. 2300 Arena, because, it's fight week for Philly. We're excited. We've been joking that they don't call it the ECW Arena. 2300 Arena actually used to be a bingo hall. That these guys, the Mummers, they had a Mummers Club in there. The Mummers are a local parade that's huge in Philly, New Year's Day, and they raise money year round. They create these costumes. And it was like a bingo hall. And it was not, it wasn't even a building at one point. Like I went looking for it the first time. And it was just train tracks that were paved over. Let's see if he picks up. This is Evan. Let's see if he picks up.
Let's see.
And it was, it's not supposed to be there. Oh, Evan, there he is. Yo, dude, we're here talking, and we're trying to figure it out. We know you didn't show up for the show today. We're like, what happened? Are you okay? Are you drunk from last night still? What's going on?
No, I'm good. I got called into a meeting.
Meeting. Corporate Evan. Oh, I got the email for the meeting today. I just trashed the email thinking if I trash it, they won't bother us. But you actually, what's going on? It was something they were upset about, something from last week or something. This has been going on. They're micromanaging us.
They are, and they want a little bit of creative control over the show, and they really weren't happy about the porn comment. And I told them, I said, look, it's our show, and until you shut us down, we're going to keep doing it our way. And if you don't like it, Brian is willing to get fired over it.
I am. I truly am. And I hope that Brandon and Evan feel the same way. Like, I'm not going to change the show. I'm not. I mean, look, it's us just sitting around being idiots. And here's the thing. It's not even always, if they want us to analyze fighting a little more, okay, I get that. We do that, though. We do that from time to time. I just think that we used to, you weren't watching probably, but someone sent a jerk-off video, and not a real jerk-off, but using the word jerk-off. I'm probably going to get in trouble for even saying this now. But that's what we are. We're a bunch of jerk-offs that sit here and talk and mess around. And like we were talking about earlier, we were talking about the bar program for BKFC. And then somehow that got into who's the biggest famous drunks you know. It just kind of, we don't know what's coming. We have an idea, and then we go. So, I mean, you can't really stop it. Buttoned up, that'd be terrible. What did they say? What was the outcome?
Well, like I said, look, Brian is gonna walk, so you may not have a job, but I certainly will.
Oh, I thought you were gonna walk with me.
Yeah.
Brandon.
I said Brian would walk. I know how passionate you are about the show. And they said they'd put me at the helm. So,
well, dude, I thought you were gonna walk with me, Brandon. You're gonna screw me too here. You're not gonna walk with me. Brandon's staying quiet. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
No hablas inglés.
All these guys.
Did everybody have a good St. Patty's Day?
Oh, I was hammered, dude. And I don't even drink a lot. I barely made it in today. I'm not even Irish.
You're not Irish.
Not you are. You got a little bit in you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you drink? What was your drink of choice yesterday?
Well, of course, Forged Irish Stout.
Yeah, man. That's right. So you really went and talked to them. Well, thank you for doing that. I'm sure I'll be receiving the email soon to probably tender my resignation. Anyway.
Listen, we're here to entertain. I don't care what HR says.
No, HR stands for Hertz Ratings. That's what it stands for, Hertz Ratings. Stay away.
Yeah.
They don't do this. If HR, and I'm going to get in trouble for saying this shit now. You heat me up. If HR has a problem with what we're doing here, if they truly do, and it seems like they might sometimes, I would invite them to come sit in one of these chairs. No, to come sit in one of these chairs and try to do what we do each week and have fun and entertain and never step a little bit out of line. It shows you, a lot of times I find from my radio days that the HR people, they would screw bits up. They're the ones that screw things up. HR gets in the way. They're not there for my protection.
They were the hall monitors in high school.
Yeah. They'd be the guy, slow down, you're running in the hall. Shut up, HR. Anyway, there you go. Pull that clip. Now we're probably done. Anyway, Evan, I do appreciate you going in there to kind of fight for us, and I'm just glad you're okay. We were worried. We didn't know what happened. We didn't know if you overslept, you were drunk, or God forbid something bad happened. So we're glad.
I mean, always. That's a normal weekend.
He's usually drunk, sobering up by Tuesday when he comes in. Corporate Evan Zentar, the Lord himself. Excited for Philly this week. We had Johnny Garb on today.
Johnny Cannoli.
Yeah. So I guess they're calling by the right name, the correct name. I'm going to ask you the question that we asked him.
Okay.
You look at mafia movies. Robert De Niro or Joe Pesci? Who's the more real mafia guy? Come on, this is easy.
As much as I love Robert De Niro's
Everybody.
movies,
Yep.
his political life just annoys me, and he's become so annoying the older he's gotten.
Yep.
But that's just famous people and celebrities in general think we really care about their political opinions. But you can't take away from him. He's a fantastic actor, especially in mob movies. I'm going to go Bobby D all the way.
Really? I thought you were going the other way. Here's why I'm shocked. I got all kinds of jokes. I just go past them in my head. I self-edit.
Okay.
Okay, good. He's like, okay. Robert De Niro, what you said, I feel like everyone, look, I don't care about anyone's politics. Just be an actor. Be who you are. Bronx Tale, great movie. They're all great. Casino, great movie. All these great movies he's been in. Al Pacino, that's who Johnny Cannoli mentioned as well. But my thing is, same thing Cannoli said. Pesci seems the more real of a mob guy to me. Pesci's more of like a street guy from Jersey, I feel like, than De Niro is. That's just my thing. I think
De Niro is New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but he's not that. I feel like he's a great actor. Like you say, he's an amazing actor, and that's why he portrays a mob guy so good. Where Pesci, I think Pesci just walks in off the street, and that's who he is, like the Jersey guy, Anyway.
I agree.
Well, thank you for agreeing. Thank you for defending the show, like I said. Listen, we're going to run short on time, and I think we have to talk about upcoming events. So I'll let you go wherever you're at. Where are you at in the world right now?
I'm back home.
Okay, good. Thank you. Well, thank you for.
Hey, Soch, one last thing.
You gonna hang up on me? I knew it. So you guys, we talk about the fun off the show. That's a constant thing in bare knuckle between us. It'll be jokes like, "Yo, Soch, listen to this," and they hang up. I've done that with Dave. Dave likes doing that too. I'm like, "Yo, I got this great new theme song for BKFC. We should use. You ready?" And then you hang the phone up. You just got an inside BKFC joke. Thank you for that, Evan. All right. I think before we get out of here, I'm glad Evan's okay. I don't care. I mean, I'm a little perturbed, though. I just trashed that email thinking we wouldn't get in trouble, but I don't think we should change. I don't think we're going to. I don't want to say I'm nervous. I'm not, but I'm more like annoyed.
Who's HR? Yeah,
it's like a face. I've never even met the
It's
HR
a faceless fucking. Yeah. No.
We'll keep going, doing what we're doing until Dave tells us to stop. That's our boss,
right? And then even then, there's a lock on this door.
That's right. We'll change the code.
There's a code in this door. Not a lot of people know the code.
I don't know, man. I don't even know it. Dave punches pretty hard. I'm sure he'd put a fist through the door.
Oh shit!
No,
never mind.
Okay,
never
this
mind.
guy comes in.
Oh,
you're not the guy we're worried about.
We were talking about something else.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Now the job. You're not gonna be the guy to fire us, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
HR's breathing down our neck, bro.
I mean,
did you know about the meeting that Evan was in?
Yeah, it's really rough, man. That sucks.
We're not changing the show.
No. Yeah.
Do we have your permission not to change the show?
Yeah, no. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean,
he's like, then you'll
get fired.
You're so stupid. All right, Dave Jr. popping his head.
Till the wheels fall off. That's what I say.
Right. We're here for you. All right. Well, the wheels might fall off soon, so let's just let's go through what we have coming up. We'll talk about this, Philadelphia. You know that. That's this weekend. We're looking forward to that. It is Fight Week in Philly, and it's going to be loud and crazy inside the 2300 Arena. BKFC.com. Grab the app. You don't want to miss that. It is seriously going to come through your TV. It's going to be awesome. Also, from there, Thursday night, don't forget, Thursday night programming note, BKFC Hollywood. That'll be a DAZN event. Palomino versus Davis on top. A lot of other stuff, a lot of other great fights. Perdomo's going to be there. A lot of people have been excited to see his trajectory, upward mobility there. And just, it's always a great fight whenever we're in Hollywood, anywhere, but Hollywood's like a home away from home for us. Looking forward to that. Palomino versus Davis, again, I'm chomping at the bit for that one. Then we'll be in Manchester on March 29th. That's going to be amazing as well. I mean, the birthplace of bare knuckle in the UK, and the more stuff that we can get out there, bare knuckle fights, I'm all for it. Let's see where else we're headed after that. Then, Dubai. This is going to be great. We've been talking about it. Of course, you got Austin Trout. We just mentioned him versus Carlos Trinidad Snake for the welterweight championship of the world. That'll be night 1, April 4th. And then you have Britain Hart versus Ty Emery. Champion Britain Hart putting up her strawweight world title in that fight. What a great fight. And that'll be the first night of 2 amazing nights. Then April 5th, you see him in the chat a lot. Again, I can't see my chat this week. I don't know why. I wish I could figure it out. If you're here this week, Kai, hello. Kai Stewart, the champ, taking on Tommy Stratum, and that's going to be for the Featherweight Championship of the World. We're looking forward to that. And then Hannah Rankin steps up with, of course, Jessica Borga for the inaugural Women's Featherweight Championship of the World. And they had some heat. We saw it at Knucklemania 5. Borga walked up on her, started screaming at her. This is going to be an intense fight. We're looking forward to that. BKFC.com. Keep updated on all that. You can stream it on the BKFC app as well. And then we're going to head April 18th to BKFC Fight Night Omaha. You got Cochran versus Edwards. This is going to be a fun fight night. Omaha always is loud and proud. They're one of the places we've been going for a long time now, so they're ready for BKFC every time we come in. We'll have more fights announced in the future at BKFC.com. But again, that's April 18th. We're looking forward to that. Just 2 days after my birthday, matter of fact. Note that, Brendan. I'm looking for something nice from you. Maybe a nice check, some cash perhaps. And then bare knuckle fighting rolls into
something for your Italy trip, because then we're going right to BKFC 73 in Italy.
That's it, man. Good job, good transition. BKFC Italy, April 26th, Camozzi vs. Hunt, Part 2 for the Cruiserweight Championship. This is interesting on so many levels because Camozzi's champ, honestly, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, he's not used to being the B side of a fight. He's not used to not being the champ or all eyes on him. So you know he's going to try to make all eyes on him. He's been doing that. I'm excited to see this fight in Italy. Italy, I've been there. Beautiful. Can't wait to go back for the Cruiserweight Championship of the World, Part 2, Camozzi vs. Hunt. And then Franco versus Sweeney. That's a fight that's taking place elsewhere. And I feel like under the bright lights and the big stage that is BKFC in Italy, this fight's going to be awesome. I've been waiting to see Sweeney for a while. I'm glad he's here. That's for the BKFC European Welterweight Championship, man. Can't wait, man. That's going to be great. BKFC 73 in Italy. Make sure you're tuned in. And then May 2nd, Warren vs. Career, BKFC Fight Night, Clear. I'm going to say it right this week, not water. Not like a Philadelphia dot clear water. It's clear water.
Well, the fact that every time we get to this, you have to stop.
I get nervous.
Like, wait, clear water.
I do.
Water. It's just your Delco.
Delco, if you don't know where that's at, you're watching this in California. Delco is like the local.
It's this area.
It's 15 minutes outside of Philly.
Outside of Philly.
We have our own accent.
Yeah.
My accent's not even that bad. My accent's not that bad. When Dave gets on, or some of my friends, if they came on, you'd hear it.
We're going to go down to Joey 2 times to get a cheesesteak. Maybe a bottle of water and a Diet Coke.
I legitimately have to stop every time I say clear water. And that's where the Philadelphia Phillies have their spring training. I think we know, but everyone calls it clear. I'm messing it up now. Clear water. They call it clear water here. It's clear water. The rest of the world. When I do my voiceovers for commercials, I have to have my wife check to make sure I'm saying correct because I don't hear a difference, as crazy as that sounds. But then BKFC 74, Salt Lake City. Thanks for changing the slide. I couldn't talk much longer. I appreciate that. May 10th, will be in Salt Lake City.
I don't know why you were trying to explain yourself.
For BKFC 74, because I sound like a dope. For BKFC 74, let me reset this whole thing again. Then we'll be at BKFC 74, Salt Lake City, May 10th. We're looking forward to that. Mike the Marine Richmond versus Josh D-Day Dyer. I can't wait, man. That fight's going to be awesome. I can hear the bare knuckle world buzzing about it right now. BKFC.com. Tickets, if they're not available yet, I don't know what we're doing. Make sure you sign up for them. I think they're available. I never know. BKFC.com to get your tickets. That's all I know because this is going to sell quick. I heard there's some other announcements that if they haven't come out yet, I don't think they have. I'm doing the show, so I don't know. But they're going to be coming out about that event. So make sure you're tuned in, BKFC.com, to grab those tickets or to find out how to watch. That's going to be awesome. Maverick Center was rocking last time. Salt Lake City. Here we go. Looking forward to that. Hey, listen, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Philadelphia. Back in our home city. I'm looking forward to not having to drive anywhere but home and go to bed, honestly. The fights are going to be great. I've been in this arena, 2300 Arena, more times than I can count. I grew up going to it. And just like Johnny said earlier, there might be about 2,000, 2,500 people there, but it is going to be louder than Wells Fargo was. Mark my words. These fans are going to be going nuts. You're going to hear the cracks. It's going to echo off all the concrete. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait, man. This weekend for Fight Week, listen, we'll catch you this Friday night, I should say. This Friday night at BKFC Fight Night Philly. I'm excited to be able to say that still. It doesn't get old. Can't wait for it. A great night of fights. Thank you for hanging out again. I hope I get this stupid chat working next week and I can talk to you more. I miss talking to you guys. Until next week, it's BKFC Fight Night Philly week. Let's go! Double punch! More than double. One more. Knockout blow.
Friday, March 21st, the world's most exciting combat sport,
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to its home city for BKFC Fight Night Philly. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg knuckles up with the unbeaten Andrew Angelcore. In the co-main event, Cody Vidal looks for his next win against the Warrior who looks to stay undefeated, Brandon Stronghold Conley. Plus, see the return of Johnny Cannoli Garbarino. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.